Hey, it's Brent, App-Driven Guy, again. This is my second video tonight. I had a few things to cover, but I wanted to split it in separate videos because it's a totally different subject altogether. Yesterday, after I did my Amazon Flex blocks, I did Uber and Lyft, Lyft exclusively. But this video is basically to talk a little bit about how you can successfully do Uber and Lyft together. A lot of drivers prefer to be Uber or Lyft dedicated, and a lot do both. It's worked out really well for me. I started off with both about a month ago, and I pretty much would just turn both apps on, and the first one that would get me a ride, I would just quickly turn off the other one, accept the ride, and go with it. So what I started noticing, and what I'm sure most Uber and Lyft drivers realize, is that the Lyft rides pay a little bit more. You get, the chance to get tips, but it's not as consistent as Uber. Where Uber, you'll get more runs, back-to-back runs. It's definitely more consistent money, but just less. And then you'll get you get surges, so you'll get really good runs here and there. So I would just do, I'd primarily try to do Lyft more, and then I would look for the surge maps on Uber and try to drive into those areas and get the surge pricing orders. That's one really good thing, is Uber will actually tell you if you have a surge price before you even accept the order. It'll say in the corner, it'll say 1.6 or 1.8, whatever. So that's pretty cool. And then, but the really cool thing is that Uber and Lyft, in Portland at least, are having to compete really heavily. So 2 weeks ago, I was in a downtown area, and they had a 1.5 payout. So basically they were paying drivers, or I don't know if everybody's getting it, or sometimes I know they send different promotions to different drivers. So they were sending me a 1.5 promotion to work basically from, I think it was 8 o'clock at night until 3 in the morning on a 1.5, and they kept continuing it through to the next day. So basically I worked all weekend, like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, getting 1.5 on Uber. So I basically left Lyft off because they was just paying regular rate, and I was just getting a 50% bonus the whole time with Uber. I covered this in another video, actually. And so what happened was, the next week, Lyft, I guess just their algorithms in their computer, they see if a driver isn't on their clock for all those peak hours. And so I think it's just part of their computer program that says, okay, we're going to hand select these people that didn't work for us last week to do Lyft exclusively. Because I talked to other Lyft drivers, and they don't have the special offer that I had, which was an hourly guarantee. So Lyft sent me an hourly guarantee where between today, it was from 5 o'clock to 11 o'clock, I'm getting $22 an hour. From 11 to 1, I'm getting $25 an hour. And then from 2 to 3, or 1 to 3, I'm getting $30 an hour. So it's a guarantee, and I only have to accept one ride during that time. During each hour, I have to accept one ride and be on the app 50 minutes. And I get that bonus. So it's been working out really good. Some hours I take 3 rides and I get $30, so it beats the guarantee, so I get the $30 instead. And then the next hour, I'll take one run. Like right now, I took one run from West Lynn to Oregon City. It paid like $8, but now I'm in Oregon City, where I'm not going to get any runs at all. I'm guaranteed that I'm not going to get any runs because nobody's ordering from Oregon City. So I got to sit and just wait out the last of that hour, and I hardly used any gas, and I took the one run, but I'm still on the app. I'm just sitting in Oregon City, where I'm not going to get any orders, so I get to make a YouTube video and talk to you guys instead, and still get paid the guarantee. So it really paid off to stick with Uber exclusively that 1 week, because Lyft said, hey, we need you back. We're going to give you this guarantee. So I think that's why I got the guarantee email. And they even sent me another one this week for next week. It's like even better, because during the weekdays, like 11 to 12 or like 9 to 12, I'm going to get $15 an hour, or no, $18 an hour guarantee. And then on the weekend, it's the same thing, just really good high prices for working the weekend peak hours. So I'm kind of looking at it. I'm wondering what Uber is going to do next. If they're going to have some kind of promotion for the weekend hours. There's some festivals and stuff coming up downtown. So anyway, it's just like, I feel like Charlie Sheen winning, you know, with the whole thing. It's like, they're just, it's great for the drivers, you know, when Uber and Lyft fight and compete, the drivers win. It's great. And so when I started with Uber and Lyft, you know, I kept hearing all this stuff and seeing online all these drivers that are complaining about Uber, and they call it Scroober, and, you know, talk about how horrible they treat their drivers. And I'm just like, first of all, you're self-employed, so if someone's treating you bad, don't work for them. You know, I don't understand why people would work for somebody who they feel is treating them poorly. It's, you know, go find something else. But there's the option too with Lyft, you know, and I just feel like it's working out great doing both. I'm very happy, and I just wanted to share that. And if anybody else has any, you know, promotions or anything that they get exclusively, I'd like to hear about it, because, you know, if there's strategies that you can use to get these promotions, that's why I'm making this video. I feel like that's kind of a strategy to use, is to work exclusively for one company for a weekend during the peak heaviest hours, only work for one, and then that way the other one will fight for you. That's just my experience. I'm kind of a greenie. I mean, I've been doing this for a month and a half, and I feel like I'm like already at the top of the game a lot of times. You know, when I talk to people, I feel like I'm doing super good at it. And I think a lot of it's just attitude, you know, just having a really good positive attitude about it, and you draw and you attract good things to yourself. So that's the video tonight, and thank you very much for watching. I got one more coming up in a little bit. That's a cool surprise. And that's it. Thanks.